So you're moving over to NBA Live, but you don't know what build to make. I got you today. And the focus of this video is going to be giving you the 6 best builds within NBA Live 19. Now, of course, we're going to have a criteria that we go over just to help you guys match your playstyle to the best of its abilities by focus on the skills and attributes, the icon abilities, and also the overall team effect within NBA Live 19. These are 2 different games that we're talking about, obviously, but the main thing is you want to try to fit your playstyle as much as possible. Rather, you want to move like a Paul George or Kawhi Leonard and be an intense two-way player, or you want to be more of a LeBron James-esque Kyrie Irving where you're more of the playmaker on the floor, or you want to be a straight-up Kobe, T-Mac type player where you're the actual scorer that the team needs in order to get the dub at any means necessary. So today, guys, we're going to be trying to give you the 6 best builds within NBA Live 19 in order to help your transition move smoother. But before we get into the rest of the video, if you guys would do me a favor and subscribe to the channel and also turn on those notifications, that way YouTube can send you that content the second you're wanting it. Hey guys, I would truly appreciate it. But we're going to start off in the guard category, and the first things first we're going to is the Backcourt Defender. Now we see on the right side of the screen we have dribbling, on-ball defense that maxes out at 95 with a mid-range shot, steal, and passing. That gives you a solid plethora of skills that you can start off with to do what you have to do. Now with this first build, we have the Wizard, which is John Wall, and you see the signature ability that it has with it off the rip. You have getting a steal, blocking a shot, or forcing a pickup will boost your 3-point shooting. So you really don't have to worry about having a 3-point rating with this build off the bat. But you see on the right side of the screen, as you're upgrading your icon path, you're going to get a +6 to your 3-point shot, along with free throw, shot off the dribble, layup, and etc. But your main skill that you have with this build is dunking. So that's going to be on top of the other skills that we have in place. So imagine this, you're going to have dunk at an 85, along with dribbling, on-ball defense, and all of the other skills that are in place for you to level up, which makes you a solid guard. Now, when we go and look over at the glove, which is Gary Payton, closely guarding your opponent on the defensive end will result in a boost to shooting and finishing. And you get a boost to layup with that. So you still get a +3 to your 3-point shot, along with 6 to shot off the dribble and +3 to steal, which it still gets pretty good ratings overall. And remember, that's layup on top of dribbling, on-ball defense, mid-range shot, and etc. So with that, man, the Backcourt Defender is a solid choice off the bat to grind both of these icons, because you're going to get great benefits on the floor and you're going to be a solid player all around, still hitting your shots and also locking up on both ends of the floor. Now for my playmakers out there, the floor general is a solid all-around point guard, and the reason I say this over the backcourt shooter or slasher is just because of the icon abilities that we have associated with the floor general, but also the skills that the floor general gets in order to help the team around him. Now you see on the right side of the screen we have dribbling, passing that maxes out at 95, along with mid-range shot, layup, and steal. So with the steal getting up to an 88, you're still going to be a dog defensively in order to go one-on-one with your matchups. Now the first icon we see is the point guard, Chris Paul himself. Getting an assist will boost your 3-point shooting and defensive skills, and you also get a 3-point shot along with those other skills that we talked about on the previous menu. So you get 3-point shot at 85 along with dribbling, passing, mid-range shot, layup, and steal. So that's what I want you guys to keep in mind. But these icon skill boosts that you're going to upgrade, they're going to be along the path as you're grinding. So let's just take a look at a path off the rip. So when we take a look at the point guard, and this is going to be for all the builds going forward, each path is different, but this is specifically with the floor general. As you go down rookie Chris Paul, you see you get the attributes, animations, and etc. But then at the end of each path, you also get a boost to certain categories. Rather that's a defensive enhancement, or you get a skill boost to maybe your 3-point shooting, or your dribbling, or your inside shot, or mid-range shot, which makes these builds unique to themselves, because no 2 builds are going to be the same unless you literally copy somebody else's move for move. So that's the good part about it. Then you're getting speed, gear, and then you get another stack upgrade. And as you go down to basically MVP Chris Paul, the legendary point guard we know himself, hey, you get more attributes, layups, jersey, and then you get a final ability. Now, taking a look at the second icon path, we have the Maestro, Jason Kidd, and you see the signature ability with it. Hitting an open teammate with a pass will give that teammate a substantial boost to shooting and finishing, which is essentially like Dimer in 2K, but with this you see you get the icon skill of rebounding, which is very significant, but also along the path you get a +3 to 3-point shot, inside shot, on-ball defense, and etc. So with that, guys, typically most skills start at 70 overall. So when you keep that in mind, when it starts at 70, if you see a +3 to your 3-point shot, that now means 73 overall. Or if you see a +6 to your 3-point shot, that means a 76 overall 3-point shot, which is honestly very solid when you're trying to make a build. Now, as we move over to the wing category, we're getting better and better at this right now. The wing defender is going to be the first build that we're going to talk about in this category. And the reason is because there are locks out there that want to just make sure they're locking down their matchup and doing great things on both ends of the floor. So we want to fit those guys as well. Now you see with the wing defender skills, we have still on-ball defense as the primary with mid-range shot, dunk, and shot block. But the reason Kawhi and Scottie Pippen is up here is because they're unique in their abilities at the icon skill position. Now, with Kawhi's skill, he actually gets an 85 3-point shot, which is significant on top of all those other abilities. So you're going to be a true 3 and D player. But if you look at his signature ability, getting a steal, blocking a shot, or forcing a pickup will boost your mid-range shooting and finishing skills. So if you do any significant action on the defensive end, you're automatically going to get a boost to your offensive skills at the end of that. Now, when we move over to Pip, playing solid one-on-one defense or grabbing a rebound will grant a boost to all of your offensive skills. And that means dribbling, shooting, contested shot, everything. So with that, man, you become a point forward if you do anything effectively on the defensive end and then go to the offensive end. But don't sleep on the icon skill boost. You get a +3 to your 3-point shot, +9 to free throw, shot off the dribble, layup, and dribbling. So with that, you'll end up with a 76 dribble, a 76 layup, and a 73 3-point shot, which is solid, but also the physical boost on top of that will make your build really stand out as a wing player. Now, some people may disagree with me in the live community, but I'm a firm believer in you need a true scorer on the floor if you're going to do damage to any team. And the wing scorer is honestly hands down probably one of the best builds in the game. And with this, man, you see the abilities that we get. Dunk, dribbling maxes out at 95, but then you also get layup, shot off the dribble, and mid-range shot. Now, once we go into the icon ability, you get a contested shot rating with DeMar DeRozan at an 85. So that means if people are closing out on you, whether that's the 3-point line or the mid-range, you literally can shoot over them in a lot of situations, which is a good look. Now, his icon skill boost, I preferably don't care too much for, but if you're going to be a Kobe, Michael Jordan-esque type player, where you're going to be playing mid-range and also slash into the basket, this will be perfect for you. But with the signature ability, it says finishing at the rim grants a boost to mid-range shooting and improves your ability to score in the post. So you're really going to be a dog from mid-range and also inside. Now, this build is typically everybody's favorite, the Vinsanity build, and it says finishing at the rim grants a powerful boost to your 3-point shooting. Now, get this, you also have an icon skill of 3-point shooting at 85, and then the icon skill boosts are no slouch. So you get a +3 to dunk, passing, rebounding, and then the verticals, stamina, and strength. This build can literally do it all on the floor besides play defense. So with this, you really have to be a solid high IQ defender, but overall on the offensive end, you're going to be a nightmare to pretty much everybody on the floor, including wing defenders. Now, to my big men out there, I couldn't leave you out. With these last two builds, you really have to have that presence in order to do some special things on the floor. And we're starting off with the rim protector, man. And with this, I'm going to start straight up with the evolution. Anthony Davis path. Blocking or successfully contesting a shot will grant you a boost to both mid-range shooting and inside shooting. So with that signature ability, along with a mid-range shot, you're going to be a solid player overall. But keep this in mind, you're a big man that can get up to 7'2", 7'3", and you also get shot block, dunk, rebounding, post moves, and post defense. So you're really going to be a solid player overall. But don't sleep on this, fam. You also get an icon skill boost to your 3-point shot, inside shot, free throw, layup, and dribbling. And with that, man, you're going to be a big man that can actually handle the ball slightly, and you're going to also have a solid 3-point shot once you get to the final path of Anthony Davis. So you're really going to be a solid corner shooter or even top of the key when you pull up for your own shot. Now we look at the Mountain, the Dikembe Mutombo. And you see his signature ability. Whenever you're near the paint, opponents will get an intimidation penalty to their layup and inside shooting skills. So this is where guys may miss random layups just because of your presence near them. That's the effect of the Mountain, which is a good look. Now with his icon skill ability, he's more of an inside big. So that means he's going to be playing truly on the block or in the paint on pick and roll situations. And you see the inside shot, an 85, along with a +6 to layup, passing, on-ball defense, on top of the other abilities that you have already. So when we look at the Mountain, you have inside shot at 85, along with a shot block, dunk, rebounding, post moves, and post defense. You're going to be a solid overall big in order to protect the paint and also do damage on the offensive end. And last but not least, I know this may be surprising to a lot of people, is the post anchor. Now with this build, man, you start off with the skills of post moves, inside shot, shot block, rebounding, and dunk, which those are solid starting points. But when we get into the icon paths of each of these, we have 3 options: the Process, the Dream, and the Phenom. And with all of these, you really can be a dog on the floor. Now the Process, I have one myself, and personally this is an offensive juggernaut. You see we have a 85 mid-range shot, so that's on top of all the other skills that I showed you at the previous menu. But along with a +6 to 3-point shot, +9 to free throw, +6 to layup, and a +3 to dribbling. So we have bigs that can at least handle the ball intelligently in the game. But when you look at the signature ability, scoring inside will grant you a boost to both mid-range and 3-point shooting. So if you get hot on the inside and you decide to step it out, you're going to be a dog from the 3-point line if you get that catch and shoot opportunity from your guards out there. Now Hakeem the Dream, something about him, man, he is dangerous when it comes to playing on the inside. And obviously with his signature ability, scoring inside will grant you a boost to rebounding, shot block, and inside shooting. But don't sleep, he still has an icon skill of an 85 layup, along with mid-range shot, passing, steal, and post defense, which makes him a solid inside big. And you could just be versatile between these 3. But last but not least, we have Brittney Griner, the Phenom. And with her signature ability is blocking a shot or grabbing a rebound will grant a powerful boost to finishing at the rim. So with this, man, if you grab a board and you want to go coast to coast with it, this will be the opportunity to put somebody on a poster. And with her icon skill, you get an 85 on-ball defense. And with that, she becomes an all-around big through and through, with a free throw of +9, a layup of +6, and also a steal rating. Honestly, you become really solid on the floor, and you can switch between these regardless of what your team may need at any point in time. So with that, guys, I truly hope this video helps you out as far as picking your builds within NBA Live 19, but also the transition over. Of course, I'm not saying you can't go with the backcourt shooter or any of those other builds, but basically to make that transition easier from a game that has a more free-flowing archetype system over to a stricter build system, I wanted to give you guys builds that are pretty much all around, but just solid. That way you can get on the floor, perform, and not feel weak in one area and then very powerful in another. That way you can just be balanced, do what you have to do on both ends of the floor, and enjoy the game as much as possible. Hey, I've been back on Live 19, and if you haven't checked out my videos, where you been? But with that, guys, if you would subscribe to the channel and also like the video, and of course turn on those notifications. That way each and every time I upload, you guys will be notified of my videos. I'll truly appreciate it, man, and I'll see y'all in the next one.